Oftentimes, we rob ourselves of the lessons, of the wisdom that we gain when we choose to wait on the Lord, and when things are hard and when there's tension and when your faith is tested. That is when God starts revealing his will to you. I am convinced one of the hardest, most difficult things to do in life is wait. To wait for what you have been praying for years to actually happen. To wait when a child or grandchild has turned from the Lord and making bonehead decisions, and there's nothing you can do but wait that they would turn from their wicked ways. And you wait. Waiting on God is tough because we think we know how everything around us ought to happen. We think we know what's best for us. But waiting on God is an act of faith, of trusting that he will actually provide what he wants in your life, not what you want. Do you find yourself in a season right now of waiting on God? Waiting for the job that will provide the income that you need? Waiting on your child who is sick and in the hospital, that God would heal them? I think about some precious friends of our family whose daughter was diagnosed with leukemia a couple weeks ago. And I've watched online as they have chosen to have faith, chosen to choose joy, chosen to intercede on this precious girl's life. And while the doctors are doing everything they can do to help her and to cure her, they realize that they are in a season of waiting. I know that they would do anything right now to have their daughter cured completely of leukemia. But that's not possible unless God intervenes. And so they are now faced with the reality of having to wait on Jesus to do what only he can do. Waiting on God to provide. So what is the it? What is the thing that you're waiting on? And let me tell you, let me remind you of this truth today. If you don't have it right now, it's because God knows you don't actually need it right now. Because God often teaches us more when things are harder than he does when things are great. C.S. Lewis says it like this. He says, God whispers to us in the good time. He speaks to our consciousness, but he screams with a megaphone in our world when things are hard. Oftentimes, we rob ourselves of the lessons, of the wisdom that we gain when we choose to wait on the Lord, and when things are hard and when there's tension and when your faith is tested. That is when God starts revealing his will to you. And then when he does provide, you can give him the glory and come out the other side saying, isn't God good no matter what? Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1 says, there is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. And this is what God said in Isaiah chapter 60 verse 22, when the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. Can we not trust him? Can we not take him at his word right here where God says, when the time is right, I, the Lord, I will make that happen. Waiting on God's timing is hard, but it is in the waiting that God transforms us more into his son, Jesus. Jesus himself knew that the hour would come when he would have to die on the cross. Yet he chose to wait for that appointed hour and not run from it. Follow Jesus' example. Trust that in the right time the Lord will make it happen, and he will come through. Let me encourage you today, no matter what you're going through, to wait on the Lord and trust completely in his timing. He will make you more into his son Jesus if you do that. God bless you today.